I was wondering if I could leave Peter with you and Alice. I'm going to spend the day with Kathy.
It's Thursday, isn't it? I take Alice to water babies on Thursday.
Well, can't you take Peter as well?
You're kidding, aren't you? Getting one kid to water and back on the bus is difficult enough, thank you.
Well, can't you miss the water babies for once?
Well, it's important that she goes regular. Anyway, she enjoys it.
I'll have to drag Peter around the shops then.
You've got somebody else to look after him.
Thanks, Archie.
Oh, listen, Lee. You know Alice comes first.
You used to like looking after Peter.
Yeah, I still do. It's just difficult now.
So much for friendship.
Oh, come on, Lynn. It's a job. Nick pays me to look after Alice.
Pays you good money, does he?
Well, what he can afford, yeah.
Well, in that case, it's about time he started paying your way.
What?
Rent, Archie. Rent. Shall we say 20 quid a week?
20 quid?
Well, if you think you can find somewhere cheaper.
Well, maybe I'll start looking.
Feel free.
Right.
And a week in advance, as usual, I think.
You're joking?
What makes you think that?
I'm not going to leave the country, am I?
Don't look so upset, Archie. You didn't think you could scrounge off me forever, did you?
I only stayed here to do you a flaming favour.
Thanks. I'll see if I can buy myself something nice at the shops.
Morning, Michael. How are you this morning?
Same as usual. I wish Eddie Shuttleworth knew how to keep his beer.
Maybe you should go and see Alan again.
What's the point?
I do have one idea. The tug of war team.
What a silliness, if you ask me.
The Woolpack are getting up a team for the Hotton show.
I thought it was just you and Joe being daft.
It's serious, Ma.
What's the tug of war?
It's when one lot of people hold on to the end of a rope and try and pull another lot of people over.
Why?
Because they're daft.
So what do you say, Michael?
If it's got anything to do with the Woolpack, you can count me out.
Oh, come on. We need you.
Why should I do any favours for Alan Turner?
Well, it might be a way of getting the ban lifted.
Oh, why?
Well, he could hardly ban you if you were the mainstay of his team, could he?
Maybe.
I'll have a word with him then, OK?
I'll see what he says.
Great. We're practising tonight outside the Woolpack.
Who else have you got then?
Well, there's you, me, Alan's going anchor, and there's Mark, of course.
Bill Middleton.
Yeah, Bill Middleton and Archie.
Oh, and Eric said he'd do it.
Eric Pollard? Oh, no, forget it then.
Michael!
No, I'm not doing anything that involves Eric Pollard.
Oh, for crying out loud. Is there anyone you're not at war with?
Just forget it, Jack.
Here you go.
What's that for?
Swimming baths.
No, I don't need it.
Archie.
I don't. It's free.
Oh, yeah?
It is, honest.
Well, I'm not sure I believe you.
If you don't believe me, ask Alice.
Oh, damn. What?
The buckle's hanging off.
Oh, you're joking. I only got those the other day.
It looks like it's been sewn on once already.
Well, it has. I did get them from a second-hand shop.
Second-hand?
What's wrong with... Oh, don't tell me you're going to be like Elsa.
No. It's just a magazine I read about shoes. Said that children should always have their feet measured.
Archie, they have been measured. How do you think I knew what size to get?
It's important that shoes fit properly.
Oh, come on. They're only for running around in. Anyway, have you seen the price of new shoes? I suppose better go and get her another pair.
Oh, this tie is horrible. Crystal hates it.
Well, certain right, that awful dress. Nothing can be worse than that. I reckon it's about time we got something to replace it.
I couldn't do that. Chris thinks I look really good in it.
I know. I always thought he had taste. I'm beginning to wonder.
He does, really.
Now, there's taste.
Yeah, there's expensive, too.
Oh, it's really nice, Kathy. You'd look great in it.
No, it is lovely. I couldn't possibly spend that much, though.
Why not? It's only money. Come on.
Do you mind if I leave you to it once I get you going?
Of course.
I've got a letter to write.
To Spain?
Yes. You'll need some eggs.
Have you really got a... well, gentleman friend?
Is that what you think?
What Jack and Joe think.
I know.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
It's so easy to get those two going. I can't resist it.
They are concerned about you as well.
They're concerned about their own welfare. They don't want anything to come along and upset their apple cart.
Oh, they're not that bad.
No, I suppose they're not really.
You do seem to have taken on a new lease of life since coming back from Spain. What with trips to Glyndebourne.
Well, you're never too old to enjoy yourself. That's something I did learn in Spain. Right.
Oh, right. Where do we start?
Just follow the instructions. I've got that letter to write.
Well, suppose something goes wrong.
Give me a shout. I'll be in the parlour. Making mistakes is the best way to learn.
Should be an expert by the time I've finished, then.
I don't know why I let Dad talk me into this. I've a ton of stuff to get through.
Relax, Chris. It's your lunch hour.
Any idea where Frank is?
No, I haven't a clue. All he said was he'd be here about midday so that we could have a proper practice.
How are you going to do that, then?
Search me.
Should you have another team?
I suppose so. Haven't thought about it, really.
Well, don't look at me. I haven't done this sort of thing before. It's all we need.
What's all this, then? Thought the Olympics weren't until next month.
Just getting in a bit of practice. Not that we need it, of course.
Of course, Joe. You don't mind if I watch, then?
It's Dad. What's going on, Frank?
Morning, Joe. Sorry I'm late. Roadworks on the Houghton Road.
I thought we were going to practice.
So we are. Come on, get that rope tied on tight.
To this thing?
Why not? It's the only thing I can think of that'd be heavier than Alan Turner.
Don't think I've ever spent so much just on one shopping trip.
Or enjoyed yourself as much either.
What on earth is Chris going to say?
Well, why should he say anything?
Well, I'm always having a go at him about his extravagance, and now I'm doing the same thing.
Well, what's sauce for the goose? Give him his presents when you get home, and they'll be as good as gold.
What do you reckon? Tie or cufflinks first?
Oh, tie, definitely. Make him squirm a bit.
Oh, I hope he likes the cufflinks. That's fun, isn't it? Spending money. I'm beginning to understand why Chris does it now.
And as they say, practice makes perfect. So those earrings...
Why not? Like you said, Lynn, it's only money.
Should have asked me about this.
Oh, come on, Chris. You had 3 spare units today. Where's the half?
Make sure you fill the tank up on the way back, eh?
What is the meaning of this, Frank? Parking this monstrosity on my doorstep?
This is a public road, and I've paid my taxes. I can park what I want on it.
Well, if you want to practice, I suggest you go to Home Farm.
We couldn't scare the opposition then, Alan. Tactics.
Don't let them worry you, Alan. Tactics is what you fall back on when you've got nothing else.
Ready when you are, Frank.
I shouldn't watch this, Alan. Might give you a fright.
Right. I'm number 1, Simon number 2, Harry number 3,
Okay.
Alex, Tate. You all right, Brian, Anchorman? OK, take on slack. Go! And heave! 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 Keep your heels in, man! Heave!
Very good, Joe.
Come on! What's wrong with you? Come on! Heave!
I don't think we've got much to worry about there, Jack, do you?
There's a mini across the road, Joe. You can try that.
Well, it's Seth's bike.
Dad, you did take the handbrake off, didn't you?
Oh, that looks all right. Does it? Mind you, the proof of the pudding.
I know. In the eating. Oh, well. Cross your fingers, Annie.
That's the sign of a good cook. Always leave the kitchen tidy.
So you finished your letter, then?
Yes, thank you.
Would you like me to take it to the post office?
No, thank you. I need some exercise.
Oh, right.
You didn't need any help, then?
Well, like you say, Annie, anyone can follow a recipe.
Yeah, right. It's right around you.
Looks like you'll have to find yourselves a new anchorman.
Yeah, we could do with someone who remembers to leave gearboxes in neutral and the handbrake off.
You can't break an old trucker's habits. I've been leaving units in gear since before you were born.
What do we do now?
Well, I know what I'm going to do. The keys, please, Dad.
We need more practice.
Well, practice with someone else's. You can take my car back. This lorry's going back to the yard.
It's still Seth's bike.
No, it's nice to get away from the ponies for a day.
I suppose that's the beauty of being your own boss. You can take your holidays when you want to.
I wish someone would tell that to Chris. He seems to think the world would stop spinning if he took time off. I'm lucky to see him before 9 most nights.
At least you've got Alex for company.
Yeah, I suppose so. It's Chris I want to spend time with, not Alex.
I thought Chris and Alex would be having boys' nights out all the time. They're supposed to be best friends, aren't they?
Not so you'd notice.
Oh?
Well, they hardly speak to each other these days, let alone go out. Makes things really awkward sometimes.
Yeah, lodgers can be a real pain.
What, you mean Archie?
Don't sound so surprised.
No, I thought you two got on really well.
We do. We did.
What's up?
Oh, nothing. You know what it's like when you share with someone.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Hi, Mum.
Michael?
I was just on an errand for Jack. I thought I'd pop in.
I see. What do you want?
Mum?
You want to ask me something, don't you? Or is it another apology?
No, it's about the wool pack.
Yes.
Well, I was wondering if you could put a word in with Turner.
Why should I do that?
Oh, because he'll listen to you. I mean, if you'd have supported me the other night...
I don't see why I should have done.
Mum?
You have nobody to blame except yourself, Michael. And you're being punished. What do you expect me to do?
But I'm your son. You can't take Turner's side against me.
If you want to go around hitting people, Michael, you'll have to live with the consequences.
I swear I followed that recipe step by step.
Maybe I should have stayed with you after all.
I just don't understand it, Annie.
Don't worry, love. It takes time to get the right touch.
But you said anyone could do it.
And so they can if they don't give up. Maybe it was a silly idea anyway.
Oh, is it worth it?
Just imagine Jack's face when you tell him you've given up.
Oh, I'd never live it down. He's bad enough already.
One more go? Come on, Sarah. You don't want to be beaten by a carrot cake.
No. You're right, Annie. I'll have another go tomorrow. I better go and feed this one to the cattle before Jack sees it.
They're nice.
Yeah, they're for Alice.
I didn't think they were for you. They look expensive.
Not really. Shoes are expensive, aren't they?
Tell me about it. I bought some for Peter this afternoon.
Looks like you bought more than shoes for Peter.
I did, and I enjoyed every minute.
Nick has to buy all his second-hand shoes, do you know that?
Oh, here we go. I'll get the violins out.
Don't you care?
What am I supposed to be able to do about it, Archie? You're the one who keeps telling me he hates charity.
It's not fair, is it? You just go out spending money on Peter whether he needs it or not.
He's my son. I can afford it. Why not?
There's half of Africa starving to death, and what do? Just go out and buy Peter more toys.
I'm sorry, Archie. I can't solve Africa's problems any more than I can solve Nick's.
Makes me sick to see you chucking money around when Nick's struggling to get by.
Ask him to cut your wages, then he wouldn't have to struggle so much.
I had no idea you were so selfish.
And I didn't know you were so righteous.
What's for pudding?
You haven't had your tea yet, Robert. You'll have to wait and see.
Hey, son. Just be thankful Sarah hasn't made her carrot cake yet. Hi, Mark. How's the exams going?
Oh, so. Oh, not bad, really. Look, can I borrow your iron, please? Ours is on the blink again.
Yeah. Going somewhere special?
Just down to the wool pack with Melanie.
Oh, thought you were looking pleased with yourself.
Shouldn't you be revising?
Oh, come on, Annie. Don't give me a hard time. I haven't got another one till Tuesday.
Oh, so you can give some time to the tug-of-war, then?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Oh, great. Practising tonight. Going to show Joe how it's done.
Nah, I can't tonight. Anyway, I don't want to get messed up.
Well, we need you to keep the balance.
Jack, I'm not going to spend my first night out with Melanie pulling on a stupid piece of rope.
Oh, yeah, just on my way to collect her.
Fancy the walk?
Alan, how's Daddy's little angel?
Daddy's little angel's about 2 visits to the pool away from being a dolphin.
Oh, great.
You want to take her on Saturday? She's brilliant. She leaves all other 2-year-olds in a wake.
Oh, you're a clever little girl, aren't you? Archie, what are these?
What do they look like?
Where did you get them from?
A shoe shop, where do you think?
She doesn't need new shoes.
Oh, not half. She can't walk around with a shoe with one buckle on them.
Well, you can just take them back then, or give them to some other charity.
Oh, come on, I've had her feet measured properly and everything.
Oh, look, how many more times? I don't want you spending your money on us.
Oh, come on, Nick. If you bought me a present and I said I didn't want it, how would you feel? It's a present, Nick.
Thanks, Archie.
Oh, you look nice.
You look pretty good yourself.
Thank you. I can't be too late, Mark. I've got another chemistry tomorrow.
Well, do you want to go out tomorrow night as well, then? You could stay over.
Why not? We could celebrate.
Celebrate what? There's nothing to celebrate.
Of course there is. All the exams are going so well.
I wish they were all over.
They soon will be. And then there'll be no more worries.
Yeah, until the results.
And then we can really celebrate. Do you fancy going anywhere at the weekend?
What happened to all the revision plans?
Well, I've done all the work I'm going to do now, Mark.
Well, I'm going to have to do some.
What's the point? I mean, if you don't know it now, you're never going to know it, are you?
Yeah, that's what Michael said. They're smashing, thanks.
Oh, I'm glad you like them.
Well, what's the occasion? It's not my birthday.
You're not the only one who's allowed to buy presents. Just thought I'd treat you.
Any time you like.
Aren't you going to put the tie on?
No, I think I'll save it for a special occasion. So, what else did you get?
Oh, a few things for me and some nice wine for dinner.
Great, I'm starving. What are we having?
Just sausages.
I'll go and put them on.
We should wait for Alex.
Look, for goodness sake, Kathy, Alex can cook his own
Chris,
meals.
it's a bit rude.
Perhaps he'll get the message then.
You invited him to stay here.
Well, maybe I shouldn't have. Look, we never get the chance to be alone anymore.
Well, we've got the chance now.
Let's forget about dinner, shall we?
You're the one who said you were hungry.
Not anymore.
I better get it, Chris.
Leave it.
Might be important. Hello? Hi, Mum.
Where is everybody?
I told them 7 o'clock.
Hello, Jack. Sarah.
Evening, Eric. You all ready to go?
Go? Where?
Took a war practice, of course. Didn't Alan tell you about it?
Huh? Oh, come to think of it, he did mention something.
Oh, good.
Well, enjoy yourselves.
Hang on a minute.
Sorry, old boy. Prior engagement.
I don't believe it.
Oh, come on, Jack. Let's get the others.
Alan, where is everyone? It's the training session.
I'm sorry, Jack. I'm stuck behind here. Carol's late. I don't know where she's got to.
Someone must have told her she's in the team.
Didn't you see Bill? He said I had to tell you he can't make it. His mother's poorly.
Oh, flip. Good evening, Carol. So you have deigned to turn up for work after all.
I'm very sorry, Mr. Turner.
Well, let's hear it then. Your excuse for being late. It'll make a nice change for Seth to hear somebody else's excuses.
I'm sorry, Mr. Turner. I'm just late. It won't happen again.
Is that it?
Yes, it is.
Very well. I'll talk to you later.
Fine, Alan. What are you doing here? Mark said you were supposed to be practicing.
Yeah, well, there's been a change of plan.
No one's turned up, have they? I'm right, aren't I?
It's a simple breakdown in communication.
I thought I was bad enough, but at least my team turned up.
All right, Mum, we'll see you next week. You too. Bye. Oh, that was Mum.
Yeah, I worked that out. I thought you were never going to stop talking.
She's coming over next week.
I worked that out too.
I'm sorry, love, I couldn't put her off.
Why don't we just put a sign up, you know? Mill Cottage Hotel. Anyone welcome.
Please, Chris.
And I mean anyone.
Hi, you two.
Hi, Alex.
Fancy coming out for a drink?
Yeah, why not?
Chris?
No, thank you.
Come on, Chris.
No, you and Alex go. I'm sure you'll enjoy yourself.
Maybe we'll just leave it.
Well, actually, I've got some work to do. I'll be in my room.
That wasn't very nice.
Well, at least he got the message.
Come on, Chris. At least we're on our own now.
Alex around? Wish I'd never invited him.
I haven't been up here in ages.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Certainly a change from the Woolpack.
Is that why you suggested a walk?
I thought it would be easier for us all.
That's what it's come to, hasn't it? I'm frightened to go into the Woolpack for fear of what Michael might do.
It's not that bad.
Isn't it? I've even taken the side of Alan Turner against my own son. Where's it all going to end?
Dunno.
You know what, Eric? Every time there's a knock at the door, I think, I hope that's not Michael. Isn't that terrible? My own son. And I'm beginning to wish he didn't exist.
Now you have graced us with your presence, Carol. Do you think you could actually do some work?
Yes, Mr. Turner.
Well, cheer up, Jack. Could be worse. You could have forgotten to bring the rope. You did forget the rope, didn't you?
It's your responsibility. You're the captain.
You suggested we practice down here. It was your idea.
I've never seen aught like it. If this were a proper team, you'd all be sacking me now.
Oh, shut up, Seth.
Well, if there's no team, there's not a lot of point worrying about the rope.
If I didn't constantly have to worry about the absence of members of my staff, I could think about little things like rope.
It's only the once, Mr. Turner.
Yes, and I'm still waiting for an explanation as to why.
It couldn't be helped.
I'm sorry, Carol, that's not good enough.
Look, Mr. Turner, it's personal, family. And if you don't mind, I'd rather not broadcast my personal affairs around the Woolpack bar.
No, of course not. Well, if you can spare a moment, perhaps you could get some splits up.
So, things going all right, are they?
Oh, they're going great, Joe. The geography exam was dead easy.
Yeah, it was easy.
I'm proud of you, Mark, the way you've stuck at it.
Yeah.
And I think I can thank Melanie for that and all.
What did Mark tell you? I've decided to go to Glasgow, so we can be together.
Have you now? I must say the two of you sound pretty confident.
Well, of course.
So that's two geniuses in the family now.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Nonsense. You're just following in Rachel's footsteps.
Joe, you wouldn't mind if I failed, would you?
You're not going to, are you?
No, I know, but just saying I had an off day or something.
Oh, don't listen to him, Joe. He's doing great.
Yeah, it's dead easy, really.
I'm sorry, Eric.
Don't apologise, my dear.
I haven't been here for years. Not since I was courting.
Elizabeth. I'm sorry, I had no idea.
Don't be silly, Eric. It's lovely. And I've only got good memories here.
Do you still think about your husband?
Yes. Michael's so like him. And just as pig-headed. What am I going to do?
You don't have to do anything. As far as I can see, the only two people who have to sort themselves out are me and Michael.
You've tried.
I obviously didn't try hard enough.
Eric, it's not your fault. It's Michael's fault, and mine.
No. No, Elizabeth, it's my fault. I obviously haven't been taking him seriously enough.
But nobody could have been more patient.
But not enough. It's about time I did something about it.